from Tinga Sorosoro Integrated School Senior High Department, ang Master Teacher 2 ng ating paaralan, English Major, at isang magaling na vlogger, Ma'am Mirna R. Pastoral.
So ayun po, good morning ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are all doing fine today. So ma'am, I am loud and clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much po. So let's start na po. So prior to the pandemic, classroom recitations, quizzes, and periodical examinations were indispensable aspects of the learning process. So aware naman po tayong lahat na in this school year and probably for the next school year is wala po muna tayong quarterly periodical exam. So wala po muna yung 20% na dati doon sa ating class record. Wala po yun ngayon. But the recent shift to distance learning modalities has rendered these traditional assessment tools difficult to administer. Do you agree po? Mahirap nga po ba mag-conduct ng assessment ngayon?
Yes po.
Yes, mahirap.
Nay.
Kasi
Yes po.
namin halos pare-pareho minsan yung sagot ng bata.
Yes po. Isa po yan sa challenges, lalo na po ng ating paaralan kasi po tayo ay purely modular learning. Okay po. So meron man po sa atin na paminsan-minsan na nag-Google Meet, especially po yung mga math subject, practical research subject, at yung mga major po, especially po sa senior high school. But then again, so according nga po sa...
Nag-install na kayo ng ano?
Yes. So according po sa ating bagong principal, so tumanim po sa utak ko kahapon, so sinabi niya hindi pwede na i-consider yon kasi tayo ay modular learning. Okay po. So, restrictions imposed due to coronavirus pandemic led to a major overhaul of the educational system. So that's why today po, we are going to, or we need to understand deeper the DepEd Order number 31, series of 2020. And now, we are going to have reiterations of guidelines for assessment and grading in light of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. Okay, so before we start, disclaimer lang po, I am also new in this one. So, kung meron man po kayong questions, I will try to answer it all sa tulong po ng ating very able na school principal. Okay po, so let's start. Okay, so now we are going to have the definition of terms. Okay, so now this will be fill in the blank activity. Here's the choices. We have summative assessment, classroom assessment, grading, and formative assessment. So, I hope fresh pa po sa inyo itong mga terms na to, na usually naman is ginagamit talaga natin. Okay, so this is an activity, therefore, let's answer. Okay, so to be fair, let's use the wheel of names. Next, lakas makarafol. Okay, so here, familiar po ba kayo sa wheel of names? Okay po. So, before I click it, basahin po muna natin ang question. It is an ongoing process of identifying, gathering, organizing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative information about what learners know and can do. So, nasa side po yung choices. Okay po? Okay, let's have this one. Si Ma'am Recalde, Socorro Recalde. Andyan po ba si Ma'am? So, remove ko na po para may chance pa po yung iba. Okay po. Andyan po ba si ma'am? Pwede po tayo.
Ma'am Pastor, si Ma'am Jenny po ito. Kami po ay nakashare din sa library. Si Ma'am Cory po ay may tumawag lamang sa office. Magka-share po kami ni Ma'am Cory din sa library. Meron pong tumawag ngayon po sa office sa kanya.
Okay po. So let's have another one. Oh, ang si Sir Shoto. Sir Shoto, are you there? So you can actually guess, okay? Wala na po itong grade. Let's just have some fun in this activity. Sir Shoto, are you there?
Ma'am, nawala ang connection ko.
Sir Shoto.
Summative assessment po.
Okay. Yes po, ano pong answer nyo?
Summative assessment po.
Summative assessment. Okay po, so...
Nawala ma'am ang internet ko.
Okay po. So, I think po, nandiyan po ngayon. Kayo po ay naka-skeletal workforce. Okay po, so, answer po natin sa number 1 is classroom assessment po. Going process, identifying and gathering, organizing and interpreting quantitative and qualitative information about what learners know and can do. That is classroom assessment. Okay po, so tanggal na po natin sa choices ang classroom assessment. Let's move on to number 2. It is a process that involves teachers using evidence about what learners know and can do to inform and improve their teaching. This process, through the teacher's immediate feedback, enables students to take responsibility of their own learning and identify areas where they do well and where they need help. Tips po dito, sometimes po, hindi po natin kailangang i-record itong assessment pong ito. Okay? So, let's do this one. Yay! Sir Mark?
Hello po, ma'am.
Yes po?
Formative assessment po.
Wow! Very good. That's right po. The answer is formative assessment. Okay po. Very nice. So, tanggal na po natin si formative assessment. So, now, dadalawa na po ang ating choices. Okay. So, let's have number 3. It is an assessment that is usually administered toward the end of the learning period to measure the extent to which the learners have mastered the essential learning competencies, the result of which are recorded and are used to report the learner's achievement. I think this one is so easy. Okay, so let's start. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh.
Yan, the answer po is summative assessment.
Okay, definitely the answer is summative assessment. So, tama po yan. Okay, and of course, isa na lang naman po yung natitira. Okay, no need na po for that. So, here, grading is the best way of reporting assessment data by assigning value to the result as a record of students' ability, achievement, or progress. Okay po. So, sana po naiintindihan po natin ang ating terms that we need to remember the definition. Okay, let's move on po. Okay, so we have here assessment procedures. Okay, so when you say assessment, it should be holistic and authentic as well in capturing the attainment of the most essential learning competencies. Okay, so assessment is integral for understanding and students' learning and development. So my question is, so you can type your answer in our chat box, okay? Why do we need to assess, or why do we assess? Bakit nga ba kailangan nating mag-assess? So, ang DepEd nga, tinanggal na ang periodical test, which is one of the most, or ito yung major assessment tool na ginagamit natin before. So, why we still need to assess? Pwede po bang mag-type kayo sa ating chat box, or you can turn on your microphone if you want to answer. Why do we need to assess? Okay, so sumagot po ang ating moderator for today, to know students' progress. Yes po, definitely. We need to know, or we need to ensure if the students really got the skills that needed, or the knowledge that they need to know. Okay, from Ma'am Elaine Bagsit, to find out if our students understand the lesson. That's right, ma'am. To Ma'am Joy, to know if we achieve our objectives or goals. Okay, may follow-up answer po si Ma'am Elaine Bagsit. To find out who are the learners need intervention, and who are the fast learners. Okay po. So good po yan. Okay. So, Sir Mark, to know if learning standards are attained. Okay po. Wow. I think very knowledgeable po ang ating participant today. So now, let's move on to procedures. So, distance learning poses challenges for teachers and learners in the conduct of assessments. That's right po. Sabi nyo nga po kanina, it's really a challenge. Why? Kasi po modular learning tayo, and then the answer key nasa likod lang naman. Okay? So, ano na lang yan? Tiwala na lang yan if they are copying or they do their best to answer it on their own. Okay? So, limitations include limitations in giving immediate feedback. Okay. So, I think I admire those teachers na nagbibigay ng immediate feedback, yung naglalaan ng oras, gumagawa ng way, for example, through a messenger, through phone call, and of course, gusto ko ring i-recognize ang grupo ni Ma'am, nalimutan ko pangalan, ni Ma'am Eileen. Okay? Actually, very good yung group nila. So, sila po ay nagko-conduct ng home visitation. So, yun po. So, sabi nga po ng Sir Marco before, kasi parang gusto rin po namin sa senior high school na maganyan, na mag-home visitation. Ang sabi po ng Sir Marco is, good po siya, but then it is not compulsory. Meaning to say, hindi naman kayo inuutusan. Kung pwede, yung mga malalapit lang sa bahay. Kaya, I really admire the group of Ma'am Eileen. Very good po. So, the need to account different contexts in designing, implementing, and grading assessment tasks. So, I heard po during their, okay, so kung gusto niyo po first hand, so Ma'am Eileen, andyan po ba kayo? So, ano po ba yung mga naabutan nyo? Parang marami po kayong student na na-home visit. Ano po yung nadatnan nyo during that time? Biglaan po yun. I think nagulat po kayo. Ma'am Eileen, pwede nyo po bang i-share sandali ang inyong experience?
Ma'am. Isa lang po yung, marami po kaming natuklasan dun sa pagkakapag-visit po namin na surprise sa mga bata. Unang-una po, marami po mga bata ang hindi gumagawa po sa time na allotted po dun sa mga activities na binibigay natin sa weekly home learning plan. Tapos po, tawag dito, nagse-cellphone, ay time po ng klase. So sa halip po na gumagawa ng task, ay pag si cellphone, naglalaro po sa cellphone, yun po yung huling-huli namin. At ang sabi po ng parent ay, sabi daw po gumagawa, nagpupuyat. Ganun po yung strategy ng mga bata. Tapos meron pong bata na hindi pa nagagawa yung week 2, pero nakaharap naman po siya sa laptop, wala po siyang ginagawa na gawaing pang school. Ayun po, marami pong tapos yung isang babae, nagreklamo nga po yung parent na tigas-tigas daw po ng ulo, na sa halip na magsulat ay pagala-gala daw po, na bawal naman, hindi daw pasaway. So, nakita din po namin na nararamdaman ng parent yung katigasan ng ulo ng kanilang mga anak na ating nararanasan dito sa loob ng paaralan. Marami pa po, marami pa ma'am. At masarap po sa pakiramdam na yung mga bata ay nabibisita, talaga pong sila ay tawag dito, na nagigitla sila at parang, talaga nga palang kami ay maso-surprise ng teacher. Sabi ko, hindi po yun huli. Babalik po kami sa kanila para po naman makita namin kung yung aming mga ipinayo sa kanila ay nagawa o kumbaga may improvement po.
Okay po, ma'am. Okay po, thank you so much po for sharing your experiences. Kasi po, part po siya ng assessment. Okay po, so here, we are going to discuss the teacher's roles and responsibility in having assessment po. So, in distance learning modalities, teachers shall design assessment bearing the assumption that learners will asynchronously take them and have open access to various resources. So, yun po, asynchronously po. So, sabi nga po ni ma'am kanina, meron pong gumagawa on time at mas marami ang hindi. So, here, our roles and responsibilities, designing the assessment to allow for flexibility in multiple modalities. Ito po, communicating to learners and parents, guardians, the design and standard for grading the assessment. So, siguro po, mas maganda na inform po natin si parents ng ating pong bagong grading system. Mamaya po, ipakikita ko po sa inyo. Next, setting up the mechanism to monitor and record progress remotely. Okay po, and so, dito po, siguro po, familiar kayo sa self-monitoring tool. So, mamaya papakita ko po sa inyo yung mismong file nun. Giving timely, constructive, and relative feedback. So, as I observe po sa mga teachers, kita ko po kung paano yung dedication nila sa pag-check ng modules, ng answer ng bata sa modules, tungkol sa mga output. Talaga naman pong may mga comment. Okay po, isa na po dyan si Sir Jasper. Okay po. So, pasensya na po, nagbabanggit po ako ng pangalan para po at least ma-recognize rin po sila sa kanilang good deeds. Okay po. So, nagbibigay po talaga siya ng feedback at napaka-importante po nun. Hindi po basta chinechikan lang. Dapat po meron po tayong note. Okay po. So, sa akin naman po, lagi po ako naglalagay ng it seems familiar. Meaning to say, may katulad. Okay po. Pero hindi ko naman po, lagi ko pong isipin natin na kahit pangit po yung gawa ng bata, hindi po dapat nating ida-down yung bata. Kailangan po laging constructive criticism. Okay po. Lagi pong positive. Okay po. Next is facilitating recommendations for learner who need further guidance. Okay po. So, as time goes by po, marirealize nyo po or makikita nyo po while you check the output of the students, meron po talagang hindi makasunod. At yun po yung challenge sa atin. Kailangan po mahila natin sila. Kailangan nilang makasabay. So, yun po. So, familiar rin po siguro kayo na ngayon is 5 na lang po yung pwedeng activities na ibigay. So, mamimili na lang po tayo sa module. So, meron po siyang memo. I think po uploaded naman po yun ng Sir Marco before. So, pwede rin po nating i-visit yun. Next po, Of course, if there's a teacher's responsibility, meron din po ang learners. Learners are expected to be proactive in updating their teachers of their situation, progress, and challenges encountered. So, marami naman pong nagtatanong na bata, marami pong open na bata na, ma'am, hindi ko po maintindihan kung paano to sasagutan and so ever. So, meron po ba ditong pwedeng mag-share na meron pong bata na nag-reach out kay teacher? Meron po ba? Pwede nyo pong i-share. Meron po bang ganitong bata sa klase ninyo na nagre-reach out talaga or they are too passive?
Meron. Meron po sa amin.
Ma'am, sa senior high po ay may nag-reach out sa mga teachers. Lalo na po
So,
may mga activities sila na hindi nila masyadong naunawaan, kaya po sila talaga nire-reach out po nila talaga po ang mga teachers.
So, yun po.
Amin po ay natawag ang bata.
Wow! Maganda po
Natawag
yun.
po ang bata sa akin pagka
Yes.
hindi ko nasagot ang kanyang message.
Wow! Napakahusay po. Mas maganda po yun. At least po may initiative po, self-initiative po si learners na responsibility niya sa ngayon ang sarili niya na matuto independently. Okay po. So, a non-mandatory self-monitoring tool may be accomplished independently or with the assistance of their parents, guardians, if necessary. Okay, so ito po yung sinasabi ko pong sample self-monitoring tool. So, yan po, pangalan na mag-aaral, baitang at pangkat, and so on and so forth. Again po, kung mapapansin nyo po, kasali po ang Saturday. Aware naman po tayo na Saturday po is included as school days. Pero hindi naman po tayo obligado na pumunta sa paaralan, pero tayo po ay obligado na sagutin po ang mga queries ng ating mga bata. So yan po. Ito po, para sa magulang o guardian, and then para sa guro, mga komento at sagot. So, usually pong naririnig ko ito is, or nakikita ko is sa mga elementary students. Kasi po yung pamangkin ko po ay may ganyan. So, sa atin po ba, sa junior high school at sa senior high school, meron na po ba tayong nagamitan nito? Self-monitoring tool? So, siguro po, kasi po kung active naman po ang bata, lalo po sa GC, active naman po ang bata sa pagpapasa ng mga requirements or ng mga outputs, no need na po ito. So, sabi ko nga po, mostly sa elementary ko po ito nakikita. Pero it's not necessarily po na pang-LM lang po ito. Usually po, pwede po natin siyang magamit dun po sa mga batang nahuhuli, okay, yung hindi po makahabol, para po monitored po natin sila. Of course, with the help of the guardians. So next, wow. After ng teacher's role, learner's role, this one is parents and guardians role. Okay, parents, guardians are requested to assist in the assessment of, to assist in the assessment process. Okay, so here, communicating with the teacher to give updates on their child's situation, progress, and challenges encountered. So, ayon po sa DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020, dapat po nagre-report ang parents kung ano na pong nangyari sa kanilang, sa pag-aaral ng kanilang anak. Okay po. So, kung hindi po manguna or hindi po mag-reach out agad si parents, so pasok po tayo, teacher's responsibility, tayo po ang mag-follow up. Okay po. Next, guiding their children in accomplishing the assessment task and or monitoring tools designed by their teacher. So, pero dito lang po sinabi, guide, monitor, hindi po sila ang magsasagot. Okay. So, natatawa po ako sa mga memes sa Facebook, sa honor, rank 1, yung mga pangalan po ng parents, yung nakalagay, hindi po yung student. Kasi po, usually, parents ang nagsasagot. So, malinaw po, ang roles lang po and responsibilities of parents is to guide and monitor and communicate to the teachers. So now let's have here planning the assessment. So here, DepEd aims to develop independent learners who can study on the assessment on their own. So yun po talaga ang goal. However, in this school year's implementations of distance learning, parents and guardians play a crucial role in guiding their children in adapting to the challenges of distance learning process. So now let's have the planning, the assessment. So here, teachers should ensure that all assessment activities will be, kailangan align po siya with the most essential learning competencies. So, yung pong mga may module na, so you are lucky. Kasi usually po, na-review na po siya ng ating mga kataas-taasang at kagalang-galang mga nasa itaas. So, naka-reviewed na po siya. So, most probably po, naka-align na po siya sa most essential learning competencies. Eh, paano po yung teacher-made? Usually po yung mga ginagawa nating worksheet na ngayon naman po pinagbawal na. Okay? So, dapat naman po, or dapat, siya po ay naka-align sa most essential learning competencies. And also, reliable, valid, and transparent, fair, inclusive, and equitable, okay, practical, and manageable for both learners and teachers. Huwag po tayong magbibigay ng assessment tool na hindi po kayang sagutan ng bata. Okay? Tayo lang po may stress. Kung tayo po ay, meron po kasing teacher na medyo matalino, okay? Medyo mataas po yung standard niya. Medyo baba po tayo ng konti. Lalo po't hindi po tayo personal na nagtuturo sa mga bata. Hindi po face-to-face. Baba po tayo ng konti. Okay po. Give learners a range of ways to demonstrate their learnings. Provide timely and accurate information as basis for feedback. Okay po. So next, so here we have here on formative assessment. So kanina po na-define na natin siya about getting better. So it should be specific, frequent, repetitive, and free from restrictions of grading. So sabi ko nga po kanina, hindi po ito nire-record. It should target skills that are necessary for the attainment of learning competencies as measured in summative assessment. So si summative assessment pa po ang ating error-record. So, here in our new normal, how do you conduct a formative assessment? Paano po ba tayo formative assessment? Parang medyo mahirap, ano? Meron po bang gusto mag-share how they conduct a formative assessment now in this new normal in education? Hello po. Okay.
Hi, Ma'am Mirna.
Yes, Mamila. Mamila Malyari. Yes po.
Formative assessment, the fact na yun pong ating module ay may answer keys, it serves as a formative assessment as well. Kung ang mga bata ay tinitingnan talaga yung answer key after they have done their outputs. Sa nakikita ko, based on my personal experience, may mga bata na honestly, ginagawa mo na nila yung activity, no, bago tingnan yung answer key sa likod. At makikita rin natin kasi there are activities na wala naman answer key. So makikita natin na yung talagang mga sumasagot pati yung wala sa mga answer key. However, there are some but seldom na parang they just copied what is written in the answer key. So yon. And another way of guiding them is sabi nga ni Sir, di ba? Hindi natin pwedeng i-take as summative assessment yung mga ginagawa natin. Kasi there are times na nagsisynchronous tayo via Messenger or Google Class. They were able to turn in their answers. So yun yung guide natin para makita kung sila ba ay sumusunod doon sa kanilang mga activities on time or not. And that's the way kung paano natin sila may i-guide kung sila ba ay natututo o hindi. Thank you.
Thank you so much po, ma'am, for that. Okay po, so Yun, medyo mahirap nga po siya sa part ng teacher ngayon to recognize if si student ba talaga is nagsagot without looking at the answer key or hindi na siya nagbasa, kinapi na lang niya yung sagot. So, sabi ko nga medyo mahirap po yung bagay na yan. Okay po, trust issue na po yan. Okay, so here we have sample techniques for each formative assessment strategies. Okay po, so here we have asynchronous and we have synchronous. So, minsan po, meron po tayong merong mga teachers na nag-synchronous class. When you say, let's first have asynchronous. Here, we have email, text, mobile messages, social media, and then of course, yung ating pong module, LMS. Okay po. So, yung pong ating sa chat, sa group chat, so that is considered as asynchronous. Okay po. When you say synchronous, so phone call is considered as synchronous. Video call, whether it's Google Meet or via Messenger or via Skype, ano pa ba, via Teams, via Zoom. So, siya po ay synchronous and live chat. So, paano po iyang live chat na yan? So, allow me to give you an example on this one. So, marami po kasi akong friend, a classmate ko po sa BSU, which na nagla-live po sila. So, sila, kaya ko po lagi nakikita yung post nila from SDO Lipa City. So, sila po is nagre-record. Pre-record na po siya, I know, kasi tinanong ko po yung friend ko kung paano po nila ginagawa. Pre-record na po yung kanilang video ng pagtuturo. So, sa halip po na sa TV or sa YouTube, kasi po, aminin na po natin, mas ano po ang bata, mas accessible po sa bata ang Facebook. So, ang ginagawa po nila is Facebook Live. So, during that time po, nagkakaroon po ng live chat. So, doon po nangyayari ang synchronous learning or synchronous assessment na while they are watching the pre-recorded video ni teacher, nasagot na po ang mga teacher sa mga questions, queries ng bata sa live chat. So, yun. Medyo mahirap po yun sa atin since tayo naman po is modular learning. So, sinasabi ko lang po as example. Okay, next po is on summative assessment. So, here, teachers should set realistic expectation and use their professional judgment to find a good balance between what is effective and what is feasible to accomplish remotely. Okay po, lagi nyo pong iisipin yung sitwasyon ni bata. Kasi po, sabi nga, hindi po tayo pare-parehas ng boat na sinasakyan. Pare-parehas po tayo nasa pandemic, pero hindi po lahat ay pare-pareho. Meron po tayong medyo mahirap na bata or hindi niya po kayang mag-load para maka-attend po sa mga class. So, lagi nyo pong i-consider na sila po ay there should always be individual differences po sa kanila. The teacher must consult the learners and, when necessary, parents or guardian to allow room for adjustment. Flexibility is needed, if any. So, kung meron po tayong nagawang assessment tools na hindi po fit sa bata, medyo mahirap. Nasa judgment na po ni teacher na i-modify siya para po makasunod si bata, si learners. Tayo po ang mag-a-adjust. Sad to say po, pero tayo po talaga yung mag-a-adjust. Teachers must exercise their professional judgment, so that's it po. Providing enough opportunities for learners to practice and to redo their work whenever necessary. So, kung meron pong ipinasa si bata na hindi po ganun yung expected output, pwede nyo pong ipaulit sa kanya so that they can reach their learning targets with the least amount of pressure. Ipaulit nyo po sa kanya. So, this time po, i-guide nyo na siya so that tama na po yung maiipasa niya sa inyo. Okay lang po ang mag-redo. Okay po. Next. So, we have here summative assessment. So, meron po ngayon, kung nakakita na po kayo ng class record na bago, meron po tayo dong written works and performance task. Diyan na lang po iikot ang grades ng bata. Okay po. So sa written works will be administered to assess essential knowledge and understanding through quizzes and long or / unit of test. So performance tasks refers to assessment that allow teachers to show what they know are able to do in a diverse way. So I think alam niyo naman po itong mga written works. So pero wag po kayong malilito, okay? Written works could also be considered as performance tasks. Meron po tayong mga written works na pwede siyang considered as performance tasks. Minsan po kasi naiisip natin, pag performance task, kailangan is yung mga video, kailangan meron silang yung mga debate, yung mga ganong style. Yung magsasalita talaga si bata, performance level. So, minsan po, written works, pwede rin po siya maging performance task. Next po, summative assessment. Under po niya is performance task. So, of course, performance task must be designed to provide opportunities for learners to apply what they are learning to real-life situation. So, dito po sa performance task, bidang-bida po ang ating tinatawag na rubrics or rating scale. So, sa pag-assess po ng ating ng performance task ng bata, dapat lagi po tayong may rubrics. At yung rubrics pong yon dapat is alam ni bata, alam ni learner, so that alam niya kung paano siya gegradean. Okay po. So, dito po, ina-encourage rin po ang teacher to incorporate other or across subject areas. So, kung naaalala nyo po, dun po sa ating dating COT, sa pag-grade po ng teacher, lagi pong kasama itong across subject areas. Ano po yan? For example po, science subject. Pwede po kayong mag-include ng history, ganyan, yung ibang subject. Lagi po kasing kasali siya sa COT. Okay po. Next. Okay. So, para basagin natin ang ating discussion, let's have again activity. So, mamimili lang po kayo written works or performance task. So, kailangan nyo po kasing kayong aware dyan para po sa pagre-record nyo sa ating class record. You need to know that kung si survey ba is for written out or written works or pang-performance task. Ready na po ba? Mag-name of wheels po tayo. Number 1 po is survey. Survey. Ma'am Zateya. Ma'am Zateya po, are you there?
Sabihin mo performance.
Yes, ma'am. Performance po.
Survey po.
Hello po, si Ma'am Thea po yung nandito, kasama po namin, ma'am. Performance task daw po.
Okay po. So, okay po, nice try po. So, survey po is considered as a written task, or written works. Okay po. So, next po is constructing graphs for the survey conducted. So, siguro po dito kayo medyo nalito ng konti. Number 2, constructing graphs from the survey conducted. So, yung number 1 po, survey. Yes. That is right, ma'am. Princess, the answer is performance task. Okay? Next po, we have number 3, using measuring tools or device. Using measuring tools or device. Siguro pwede po ito sa PLE teachers or sa science teachers. Okay po, ma'am. Using measuring tools or device.
Performance task po.
Definitely, ma'am. That's correct. Performance. Next, number 5. I think that's so easy. Oh, number 4. Probability experiments. Let's have this one. Okay po, si Ma'am Melody. Ma'am Melody, are you there po? Ma'am Melody? Hello? Oh, parang wala po si Ma'am Melody. Let's have another one po.
Excuse me po, mga pastoral.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of ng melody po, kinumusta po siya ni Sir. Para kung yun siya po ay, kung wala man ay baka daw po hayaan mo po siguro ang dahil po ng naapektuhan daw po ng baha.
Apo, okay lang po, ma'am. Okay lang po. Next po is, thank you, Ma'am Lorna Gonzalez.
Hello po, good morning po.
Yes, ma'am. Probability experiment.
Performance po.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. Performance task. Okay po. Next po, we have debate. Wow. I think everyone knows it. All right. Debate. Yes, ma'am.
Performance po.
Yes po, that's right. Very good. Very knowledgeable talaga ang ating mga teachers ng TSIS. Next, number 6, designing various models. Again po, designing various models. Here po. Ma'am Elsa.
Performance task po.
Yes, that's right, ma'am. Performance task. Okay po. Next, we have concept maps submitted via email. Concept maps submitted via email. Yes po. Ma'am, tutorial. Concept maps submitted via email.
Written works po.
Yes po. Next po, blog post. Blog post. Ma'am,
Performance po.
okay po. So, blog post po is considered po as written task po. Written task po ang blog post. Okay po. Next po is project making. Project making po. Project making. Yes, Ma'am Elaine. Project making.
Project making.
Yes, ma'am.
Performance.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. Performance. Last one na po ito. Data recording and analysis. Oh, sa research po siguro ito. Okay. Yes po, si Ma'am Gonzales. Si Ma'am Gonzales po. Data
Hello,
recording.
ma'am. Good morning
Yes,
po. Data recording and analysis. Written works po.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. That is written works. So that's it po about written works and performance tasks. So I think po very able po kayo to know how to identify kung saan po natin siya i-record, sa written works po ba or sa performance task. Okay po. But then again, nasa judgment naman po yan ni teacher. Okay po. So yung mga answers lang po na sinabi ko is under po siya ng DepEd Order 31 Series of 2020. Okay po, yun po yung guide ko dito. Next po. So let's have conducting assessment remotely. So there you go. Next here, communicating the assessment task. Okay, so here in communicating the assessment task, teachers must ensure the following details are explained. So we have objectives of the assessment task, roles of the learners and parents, procedures and expected timeline, standards and rubrics. So yun po. Whenever we gave assessment task, kailangan aware po si bata sa objective. Kailangan po inform si parents or si guardian. And then kailangan meron po siyang timeline or due date. But, kung magbibigay man po tayo ng due date, subject for extension pa rin po yan. Kasi po, meron po talagang bata na hindi makapagpasa on time. So, subject pa po siya for extension. But then again, mas maganda pong meron po tayong timeline. Although, kahit po huli, itatanggapin pa rin. So, bawas na lang po tayo ng konti sa marka. Okay, and of course, we need to show them or to give them how we are going to grade them through rubrics. So, yun po. Next, record of progress. So, I know na very familiar po kayo dito. So, here, how do we record the progress of the students? Of course, number 1 na po is yung self-monitoring tools na pinakita ko po kanina. And number 2 po is students' learning portfolio. Napaka-importante po niyan. Okay po, so, usually po, yung pong mga ginagawa ni students na pinasa sa atin, chine-checkan natin, binibigyan natin ng feedback, and then binibigay natin kay student. But, sana po hindi nyo nakalimutang sabihin na i-keep niya po yon, ilalagay sa isang folder or sa isang, kung ano man po meron sa kanila na available, at i-keep po nila yon, and that will be their learning portfolio. Depende na po sa inyo kung paano nyo po gagawin yon, kung ano pong strategy ni teacher. So, sa amin po, sa senior high, I think para-parehas po kami ng ginagawa. Nagpa-prepare po kami ng isang plastic envelope. Lahat po ng, per subject po yon, lahat po ng outputs, pagkadating sa kanila, titingnan ng feedback, and then ilalagay sa plastic envelope. And then, they are oriented po na ibibigay po nila yon at the end of the grading period or the semester. Or yun po. Next, feedback and remediation. Okay, so here. In giving feedback po, teachers need to maximize available communication options. So sabi ko nga po sa inyo, pwede po dun sa mismong output ni bata, pwede rin naman po through texting via SMS or using online channels, chat, okay po, pwede po yan. So here po, to benefit student learning, both formative and summative assessment must be accompanied with timely, constructive, and meaningful feedback based on the learner's record of progress. Kailangan po talaga is mabigyan natin ng feedback. Kasi po kung hindi, baliwala po yon. Halimbawa po, mali po pala yung ginawa ng bata. Hindi na po natin nabigyan ng feedback na hindi tama yung ginawa niya, or pwede po natin siyang itama dun, kung paano po ba yung gusto nating maging output niya. So, very important po ang immediate feedback and remediation. Sana po aware tayo na here in our new normal, very impossible po na magkaroon po tayo ng student na hindi makakasama sa promotion. Okay po? So, para po mas maluwag sa ating mga puso, dapat po is very timely po yung ating pagbibigay ng remediation para po kung bagsak man siya dun sa kanyang mga naunang nagawa, di meron na po tayong pang remediate. So kung maipasa po natin sila sa dulo, edi hindi po masakit sa atin. Okay po. Or medyo nahirapan din naman po siya kasi umulit po siya or nadagdagan yung mga task niya. Next po. So here, under pa rin po ng feedback and remediation, consistent with DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015. Teachers should ensure that learners receive remediation when they earn raw score which are consistently below expectation in summative assessment. So pag nakita nyo na pong, sobrang baba ng score ng batang ay parang walang naintindihan. So, kailangan nyo na pong kumilos. Kailangan magbigay na po ng remediation. By the 5th week of end of the any quarter, this will prevent a student from failing in any learning area at the end of the year. So sabi ko nga po sa inyo, we have to do something immediately para po makahabol ang bata. Next po. So dito po, kapag po consistently na po yung mababang score ng bata, yung raw score, immediate action na po. Next, we have grading and promotion. So here, let's have, when you say grading and promotion, so kanina po na-discuss natin, we are going to do that using written works and performance task. Okay po, and that to assess the content and performance standard that describe the knowledge, abilities, and skills that learner expected to demonstrate. Using what? Using students' learning portfolio. So here, letter B po, minimum of 4 written works and 4 performance tasks within the quarter. Pero I think po, kuhang-kuha na po yan, lalo na po yung may mga module. Ang dami po dong written works at ang dami rin pong performance tasks. Tapos, bago pa po ipatigil ang worksheet, alam ko po maraming teacher, usually po junior high school, napakarami po nilang ginawang worksheet o learning worksheet para sa mga bata. So, sabi naman po ng DO, ng Division Office, hindi daw po masasayang, pwede daw po maging intervention. So, yun po. And of course, all competencies should be covered by the performance task. So, yun po. Yun lang po yung ating for grading and promotion. Kailangan po is malinaw po ang mga written works and performance tasks. Dapat po minimum ng 4 written works and 4 performance tasks. Next po is another one, grading and promotion for the current school year. Quarterly assessment shall not be administered. So alam na natin yan. Hindi na talaga tayo mag-periodical test. However, days allotted for quarterly assessment in DepEd Order number 7, series of 2020, or the school calendar and activities of school year 2020-2021 may be used for the presentation of major performances for the quarter that address the performance standard. So, dyan po tayo pwedeng sa time na yan, dyan po tayo pwedeng magbigay ng ating sariling performance task during po ng dapat ay quarterly assessment. Okay po. Next, here po, grading and promotion. So, going back dun po sa old normal natin, 20% po ang weight ng ating quarterly assessment. So, that is evenly distributed into written works and performance tasks, allotting an additional 10% to each component. So, here po, sa summative assessment components for learning area for grade 1 to grade 10, so, written works po sa language, AP, and ESP. We have 40-60. Written works po is 40%. Performance task is 60%. Science and mathematics, 50-50 po. And MAPE, EPP, and TLE is 30-70 po ang performance task. Wow, napakataas po ng performance task ng MAPE, EPP, and TLE. Okay po. So, don't worry po, ayan naman po is nasa DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020 at uploaded po yan sa Workplace. Courtesy po ng ating TICB4, Sir Marco. Thank you po. Next po, this po, weight distribution of the summative assessment components for senior high school sa aking mga kasamahan. Core subjects. 40-60. Academic tracks. So usually po ito ay ABM. All other subjects is 40-60, but work immersion, research, business and enterprise simulation, exhibit, and performance, that is 50-50. For TVL, so meron po tayong ICT sa atin pong senior high. All other subjects and work immersion, research, exhibit, and performance, both po is 30% and 70% ang performance task. So, ito po ang sample computation of written works and performance tasks in language AP, ESV for grade 1 to grade 10 and senior high school core subjects. So, kung mapapansin nyo po, ang written works lang po niya is 4. Yun lang po kasi ang sabi sa dapat order, 4 lang. Pero siguro naman po pwede tayo magdagdag. Okay po? At least 4. At least 4. Hindi po pwedeng 3. At least 4 po. Performance task po, 4 po yon. And then, yun na po. Kung mapapansin nyo po, 40-60. Okay po? So, yon. And then, here, sample computation of written works and performance task in math, science for grade 1 to grade 10. Hindi pala ako naka-view. Grade 10. So, here, written works po is 50%. Performance task is 50%. 50-50. Again, at least 4 written works, at least 4 performance task. Yes po. So, yun po yung sample, learner A. For example po, ang highest possible score is 20, naka-18 lang siya, and so on and so forth. So, ang grade niya is 89. Ang taas, ano? Next. Sample computation of written works and performance tasks in MAPE, EPP, TLE for grade 1 to grade 10. So here, still written works, we have 30%. Performance task is 70%. Still, for written works po, so yan naman po ay pwedeng madagdagan. Sabi ko nga po kanina, same with performance task. So here, the transmutation table, which is, so nandun po siya sa DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015, shall still be used in this grading system. So meaning to say, parang may narinig po ako, parang sa senior high, kasamahan ko sa senior high, na nagtatanong ng transmutation table for, ito po, para sa grading. So according po sa DepEd Order number 31, same pa rin po ang gagamitin natin, DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015, ito po. Yan po ang gagamitin nating transmutation table. Yan po. Next po. Now, I think nasa latter part na po tayo, role of technology. So, I think very evident naman po ang roles ng technology dito po sa new normal in education. So, kita niyo naman po, tayo po ngayon ay naka-Google Meet. Okay? Kasi bawal po ang 100% sa isang school. So, although tayo naman po ay maliit, pero syempre mas magaling na po yung nag-iingat tayo. So, role of technology. Technology plays a substantial role in helping teachers in the development, communication, implementation, and grading assessment task. So, yun. Number 1 na po dyan is communication. So, napaka-importante po kasi na we really communicate with our students with regards to their learning progress. Next po is monitoring and evaluation. So, ito naman po is task. The school head, so sa part po natin, si Sir Jeremy Falcatan shall be primarily responsible for supervising the implementation of this policy in their school, ensuring that the provisions are communicated to all concerned stakeholders in the school community. So, I know naman po na very supportive po ang sir sa bagay na yan. Next po, the region and the school divisions offices shall jointly monitor the compliance of the schools with these guidelines. The Curriculum and Learning Management Division and Curriculum Implementation Division, so CID po, shall diligently collaborate with each other in ensuring that the provisions of this policy are complied with. So that's why po minsan tayo po ay binibisita ng ating po mga inampalan from division office. Tayo po ay huwag kakabahan. Trabaho po nila yon. Okay po. So, kung tayo po ay ma-observe, so be it. So, hindi naman po importante na maging perfect tayo. So, kaya po andyan sila is to guide us. Okay po. Since nandyan na po ang sir, marami na po siya magiging input sa atin kung paano po natin mai-improve ang ating teaching, learning process. So, ito po yung last part. So, here, the schedule of academic quarters. Quarter 1, October 5, 2020, that will be ends November 28, 2020. Ang lapit na po. Quarter 2, December 1, 2020 and February 6, 2021. Quarter 3, so this is second sem sa amin po sa senior high, February 15, 2021 and April 10, 2021. Quarter 4, April 12, 2021 and June 5, 2021. And yung last part po, sana hindi na tayo magkaroon ng ganito. Usually ito po yung yung mga medyo failing grade, yung failed po. Remedial, Advancement, and Enrichment classes during summer, June 14, 2021 and July 23, 2021. So, that's it po. And once again, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. That is according to Sir Willie Nelson. Have a good day po and thank you and keep safe.
Alright, so thank you po, Ma'am Mirna R. Pastoral, sa inyo pong naibigay sa amin na knowledge, insights, and ideas about the grading system and also the assessment. So to sum it up po, may notes po ako dito. So Ma'am Mirna R. Pastoral discussed to us about the roles of the school head, teacher, parents, guardian, and the students dito po sa ating new normal education system, and also the importance of giving assessment tools such as the performance and written works po. So, nagbigay po siya kanina ng different examples. And also, bago po tayo magtapos, if there are queries po or questions, maaari po nating i-chat sa atin pong chat box. And then, babasahin ko po yun para po masagot po ng atin pong speaker. So, I'll give you 2 minutes po siguro para po i-type po if there are questions po dito po sa ating naganap na LAC session for today.
Thank you so much for 100% participation.
Ayan po, mukha pong wala pa pong nagtatype po sa ating chat box and mukha pong malinaw po kasi po more nababasa ko po dito. Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you po. Thank you for your... Okay. So, mukha pong malinaw sa ating pong mga teachers. Ano po kung paano po ang gagawin for this whole grading period sa first quarter, second quarter, third up to fourth quarter in giving grades and assessment po to our dear students. So hopefully po, after this new normal education system, sana po ay bumalik na po sa dati ano po para mas maging maganda po at makamit po natin ang sinasabi nga po natin o maibigay po natin sa ating mga bata ang quality education. So to proceed po, may I call on po para po sa ating pangwakas na pananalita, ang ating pong TSIS Senior High School Teacher 3, Mamila M. Malyari.
Hello po. Una sa lahat, ako pinagpapasalamat on behalf of senior high school family na kayo po ay naglaan ng oras para dito sa ating LAC session ngayon. At nakita naman natin, matagumpay naman itong nai-deliver ng ating master teacher, si Ma'am Mirna Pastoral. But first of all, salamat din po at nandiyan ang ating bagong principal, si Sir Falcatan, na una ay nagbigay na ng message, inspirational message. At talaga namang binigyan po ng emphasis na tayo ay maging considerate sa ating mga students dahil po sa ating kalagayan niya sa new normal. So it was given emphasis na kumbaga wag natin silang i-stressin. Una sa lahat talaga pong binigyan na rin talaga ng kumbaga ng diin yung ating psychosocial interventions. Bawal na bawal i-stressin ang bata at ang teachers daw. Anyway, so, in behalf of senior high school family, at alam ko naman na tayong lahat ay sama-sama para sa pagkatuto ng ating mga estudyante. Lagi ngang sinasabi sa atin na ano ang ginawa mo bilang guro upang mapatuto ang ating mga estudyante. Yun ang pinaka-importante sa lahat. Paano ipatuto? However, papaano ba natin malaman kung sila ay natuto? At dito nga po papasok itong mga diniscuss ni Ma'am Mirna na assessment. Be it assessment of learning, assessment as learning, and assessment for learning, meaning a complete package of summative, formative, as well as reflective. Kaya nga lagi sa ating mga binibigay na gawain, merong reflection para maging kompleto siya. At yun lamang po, maraming salamat. And by the way, parang meron pa yatang hindi yata nagtatapos dito. I don't know ha, Ma'am Mirna, ay Ma'am Divine, kung after nito ay meron pang meeting yata ang sir. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Okay, so yun lang po. Once again, God bless everyone.
So, thank you po, Mamila and Malyari, para po sa ating closing remarks. And muli po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa pakikiisa po hanggang dulo ng ating mga kaguruan dito po sa ating Learning Action Cell session. With regards po sa reiteration of guidelines for assessment and grading in light of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. So, ang programa po ay nagtatapos na. Ngunit po, may pasabi po kahapon na mukha po magkakaroon po tayo ng short meeting together with our new principal, Mr. Jeremy F. Falcatan po. Sir.